Here today with Coach Michael Swenson of your Iowa Park Hawks. How you doing today, Coach?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Just getting ready to head out to the state track meet, so I'm kind of counting down the minutes to head that way. But outside of that, man, I'm just glad to be on here with you guys.
Thank you for joining us. So, mentioned the state track meet. It's spring, really busy sports season. It's also, just a couple of weeks away from the end of the school year, so there's all kinds of things going on. But you're getting to see your kids out competing in other sports, other than football. You're getting to see them in the room. How things going in the spring?
Man, it's been a great spring. Like I said, we're winding down. For us personally, it's been really great. Our tennis team, they competed in the state tennis tournament this year. We had a couple powerlifters, competing in the state powerlifting tournament. Our baseball team, had another successful season. And like I said, our track team, we got a 4x2. Our 4x2 relay is going to run tomorrow at the state track meet. And so, for us being small school, we have a lot of kids doing a lot of things. All the while, they all continue to, everybody's going through off season right now. So just really focusing on, getting stronger, getting a little bit more explosive than we've been. And obviously, getting out on that track and getting faster. And then we're kind of getting cranked up. Not a real big 7-on-7 team, but that's something that we're making a concerted effort to be a little bit better at throwing and catching and covering. So we started doing some of that stuff for about 3 weeks ago without our baseball kids. So you're right. You're exactly right. It's been very busy. But man, on behalf of myself and my coaches, we don't want it any other way right now. So just we'll wind down in the summer and we'll take a deep breath and we'll get ready to do it all over again.
All right. So, got graduation here in a couple of weeks, which means some of your kids that you've been coaching for a while aren't going to be back. So, kind of walk us through your team for the fall. Who's graduating? Who's coming back, and who might be filling what roles on the field in the fall?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So really, strength wise, we have four of our five offensive linemen returning. We were fairly young up front last year. We'll lose our right tackle to graduation. So we're very excited about, what we have coming back up front. Our quarterback is back. Parker Allen, we made a quarterback change about halfway through the season last year. So he caught all of district and one non-district game. So he got about, 7 games under his belt, which will be critical for us. He's also one of those baseball kids. So we're just now getting him back out and kind of back into football mode here. A big one that we're going to lose, two-way starter for us was CJ Miser. CJ was the utility player of the year in our district, and he only played 3 district games. He tore some meniscus in his knee in week 3, so we played majority of our season without him, and it definitely showed. So right now, that's going to be the biggest hole that we have to fill. And collectively, we think we have a couple of running backs that can step in and do that. Receiver wise, all of our receivers are back. So all but one, we graduated one to graduation, and he started out as quarterback. So I would say he spent half the season as a receiver. Other side of the ball, our box guys, we have, gosh almighty, we have numbers in our interior defensive line. So we have about 7 or 8 guys that we feel very confident rotating in and getting some quality reps at that position. 2 of our 3 linebackers are back. So we like that. We like the depth there. So we really feel good about the guys that we're going to be relying upon to stop the run. And then, kind of the one area of concern for me, and it's my position group, is the secondary. We run the 3-3 stack. So, we have 5 guys back there and we graduated 4 of those 5. So, we're losing 2 corners, free safety, and then we'll keep one of our outside linebackers back. So got a little work to do at that position. But like I said, we have some guys that we think will be ready to step in and kind of fill those roles. So.
Yeah, if you don't mind, run us through your district, who the teams are in your district, and what you expect to see from them in the fall.
Sure, very tough district. So obviously, we played for the district championship last year and lost to Jim Ned. We went from possibly being the 1 seed to the 4 seed and getting the luck of drawing Brock in round one, with the tiebreaker situation. But yes, so obviously they're back. They have quite a few kids back. I know they've lost some key pieces, but kind of my thought on that is, they're the team to beat until somebody knocks them off. Just the run that they've had here as of late. Coach Fanning does a phenomenal job with those guys. So we expect nothing else coming into the season next year. Breckenridge, Breckenridge was one of the teams that on paper last year that really caught my attention, just with the depth and the experience they had coming back from the previous year. And then, they're always fast. They have fast kids. They'll be well represented down the state track meet this year again. But they'll be a tough test for us. I think one of the teams that are going to be surprising is Clyde. Before their quarterback got hurt last year, they were scoring some points, and they had a very good season. Last year they have a lot of guys back. They have a lot of weapons in their skill position back, along with that quarterback. So we expect them to be much improved. I know Coach does a phenomenal job over there. I guess this is his third year, so he's got them going in the right direction. Down the road, kind of one of our old district foes, we dropped down to 3A together. Vernon, Coach Sherrill, this will be year 3 for him, and he's made remarkable strides. Vernon's got a long, rich tradition of being, tough football kids and a very good football program. And he's got a lot of those kids back out playing. Got a lot of good skilled kids playing. Man, they ran 3:20 at the region meet in the mile relay. So they'll have some guys down here at the state track meet. So they'll be much improved. And then Bowie last year I think they won one district game, but they were a scary team, and they were basically in every game until about 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So they could have very well easily, went 4-1, 3-2. Very good skill kids out there. They're going through a coaching change right now. Coach Price has taken over that program, so we expect them to be highly competitive as well. So very tough district, going to be good. So you're going to have to show up and play every week.
All right. Now, so step back and take a real big picture view here. You've been around high school athletics for a few years. What would you say the biggest challenge facing Texas high school athletics right now is?
To me, it's blocking out all the, everything is a social media. It's a social media world, and everything is essentially look at me, and what I'm accomplishing, and what can I go get. To me, one of the things that we're trying to get here is, we got to develop leadership, and we got to develop that team unity and team cohesiveness. And, there's just so many negative things on social media. And, that's what we tell the kids all the time. It's very simple. It's very easy to be negative and look at the bad things that have gone on, whether it be in a game in your life, and get the poor me's and feel sorry for yourself. So to me, just the social media and taking a step back. Now, I'm not saying social media is bad. I think it's got its purpose, and I think there's a lot of good things out there. But I think it's got to be used in a very good and positive platform. And then, the transfer portal in college, I think it was only a matter of time before that trickled down. People get upset, for whatever reason. And, that's kind of the first thing that they do. I'll just go somewhere else. And, you just getting them to stay and getting them to compete with the kids that they grew up with. It's become more of a challenge, even at the high school level as well. So I think.
All right. So let's go from big picture to small picture, try and learn a little bit more about Michael Swenson.
Okay.
What would you say your number one guilty pleasure is?
My guilty pleasure? Like just anything?
Anything.
Oh man, it's I drink way too many Dr. Peppers. So I'm that guy that if I'm, I drink all day long, but it's usually a Dr. Pepper. So, I got to cut that stuff out.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Best of luck as you wrap up the school year and move into the summer and the 23 season.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.